Hello everyone, my name is Ian and you're watching Big Rock Moto. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're new here and you like this kind of content, I hope you'll consider subscribing. In today's ride tested review, we are reviewing this, the REV'IT Echelon GTX Gore-Tex waterproof jacket and pants. So let's summarize the REV'IT Echelon GTX jacket and pants in a nutshell. The Echelon GTX jacket and pants are a Gore-Tex waterproof riding suit with a sleek, lightweight, and minimalist design suitable for on and off-road riding. They are a bring-your-own base and mid-layer outer shell with good armor, good abrasion protection, as well as decent venting for warmer conditions. You're looking at about $700 for the jacket and about $500 for the pants. In terms of protection, we have CE AA rating for impact and abrasion for the jacket and pants. We have CE level 2 armor included at the back, the shoulders and the elbows and the knees, and then CE level 1 at the hips. You can also add REV'IT's divided chest protector armor, which I do have in this jacket. Let's break down the features and function of this suit. So the way to think of this riding suit is this is your waterproof, vented, abrasion resistant, fully armored, waterproof Gore-Tex riding suit for any conditions you want to throw at it, but it especially excels obviously in cool and wet conditions. In really, really hot weather, I don't recommend wearing a waterproof suit whatsoever. I recommend riding in mesh, but that's a subject for a separate video. Now, let's look at the Echelon. So REV'IT's not going to say this, but I can say it. I think that REV'IT designed this smartly to compete with the Klim Carlsbad jacket and pants, which is a perennial favorite among adventure riders, including myself. So what they did was they took the idea of a waterproof adventure riding suit and pared it down to what do you need? You need good abrasion protection, good impact protection, some decent venting, thoughtful storage, and a nice fit that's not too baggy but not too tight, and a design that doesn't make you look like a Space Ranger or a Power Ranger. They did a good job with this. This is now definitely, since I've been testing it the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, probably my favorite waterproof riding suit that I have. So starting from the top, so the collar is a little bit, sometimes pokes your neck a little bit right here when it's all the way up. Not bad at all, it's just, I feel like the collars of almost every motorcycle jacket do that. In terms of venting, we do have venting here at the biceps. There's no outlet in the back of the bicep for those vents, so I would like to see that. There's also really no vent on the lower part of the arm. So I'd like to see that added if they ever redid this jacket. You also have this big center vent, which is kind of a REV'IT hallmark right now that they're doing in a lot of their jackets. I love this vent because when you open that center vent, it's got another zipper behind it. All that airflow can get into the middle of the jacket and get through to your torso. Awesome, awesome feature. I love seeing that. And this is one of the only waterproof jackets that I know of that has that. If we're just talking about venting, so the venting on the pants, you've got big inlet vents at the thigh, and then you've got outlets too on the back of the thigh for the pants. So the venting is good. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but it's good. For a waterproof riding suit, you know, this is some pretty good venting. Now, storage, you have the pocket here at your chest, which is good for like a wallet or a cell phone. You have the arm pocket here, which is good for like ID cards. I like to use it for like, you know, chapstick, lip balm, eye drop, stuff like that. You've got big pockets here, you know, hand warmer pockets, storage pockets. The pants have huge, deep pockets, which I really, really appreciate. Really like that. You can slide almost all the way down to the knee. Then you have some internal pockets, and you have this back pocket too for storing anything, sort of, I call that like a rabbit pouch. In terms of fit adjusters, the pants give you a fit adjuster at the waist on each side, which is Velcro, and then you get these sliding fit adjusters here that helps keep the elbow armor in place, which is good. They don't have the torso fit adjuster, which I was kind of surprised because REV'IT usually does that. I would have liked to have seen that. They also don't have any adjusters here at the bicep, but you don't normally see that on a jacket anyway. So overall, the fit's pretty good. Now, in terms of fit, I am between an L and an XL in REV'IT and a lot of the European brands. So I'm wearing an XL jacket right now. but I could probably be better for me to be in the large jacket. A lot of REV'IT stuff, I'm squarely on that XL. This one I feel like I really would be more in the large, so maybe it fits a little bit more American size, if that makes sense. So you can see I kind of wish that I had gotten the large, but the XL's fine. Gives you room to layer underneath. And you are going to need to layer with a suit like this. So think about what you want for a base layer and a good thermal mid layer as well. You don't have to worry about waterproofing because the suit is Gore-Tex and waterproof. Speaking of that Gore-Tex, it costs them a lot of money. It costs any company a lot of money to license that membrane onto their garment. So great job for REV'IT for doing that. That's also why you see the price of something like this or its competitors when they're using the Gore-Tex. You think, man, that's pretty expensive. Well, a lot of it is they have to pay money to Gore-Tex to get it certified. Now, yes, Fortnite has that video where he talks about Gore-Tex, says it's kind of a fraud or a scam. I'm not so sure personally. I have found that when I wear Gore-Tex garments, I do tend to stay drier and warmer than if I'm wearing garments that have a non-Gore-Tex, like different branded, waterproof membrane. So I don't know, that's just my experience. It seems to work well for me and I have no real complaints about it. All right, so what are my favorite things about this suit? So really good weatherproofing for wind and for water. It's excellent for that. You've got the Gore-Tex. It's not bulky, heavy, or crunchy. So it wears really light and mobile. It's not like super stretchy, but it just has a light feeling to it. It doesn't feel restrictive at all. It doesn't feel heavy. I like the styling of it. It's very minimal, very clean. So I appreciate that. You don't look like an astronaut. The great central vent, we've talked about that. I like the fit. We've also talked about that. And I love the fact that it accepts chest armor. So that's a couple things that really differentiate this from the Klim Carlsbad, which I think is the closest competitor. The central vent, which does flow a lot of air to your torso, although the venting on the Carlsbad is good. The other thing is the chest armor pockets. So these are big chest armor pieces that I have in here, really sturdy, and I really like having that. You can't do that in the Klim Carlsbad jacket. You have to go up to their Badlands if you want that feature. What are the downsides to this suit? Well, like all laminated waterproof suits, they're too hot to wear in hot conditions, especially at lower speeds riding off-road. That's not just true of this, it's true of every suit like this. So it's not really a dig against this suit, just in general, you need to keep that in mind. The other thing is the pants, when you tighten the waist down, if you're not wearing like a good base layer kind of on your pants, there's kind of some of the fabric can kind of dig into my waist and kind of feel uncomfortable, but just kind of pull your pant base layer up or your underwear, whatever it is, so that you don't feel that kind of digging into your skin. Just something small that I noticed. So what are my final thoughts on the REV'IT Echelon GTX? Like I said at the beginning, this is really one of my favorite waterproof riding suits that I have. I like the minimal design, I like the venting, I like the storage, I like how it's comfortable, it doesn't feel too heavy or crunchy, it fits me right, it just plain works. There's really nothing about it that stands out as being annoying or bad or whatever. Now, is it expensive? Yeah, it's on the expensive end, but it's right in line with its competitors from Klim and others if you're looking at a Gore-Tex, fully armored up riding suit. So I think the price is definitely where it should be. All right, well, I hope this review was useful. If you found this informative, please consider using my links when you're buying your gear. It really helps support the channel. I really do appreciate that. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put that down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching. Ride safe, and I'll see you out there.